Hey folks, welcome to Burl Sports. We'll get rolling here in just a minute after make sure the stream's coming through all right. We got 3 fun breaks for you tonight. All right, looking good on YouTube. We'll make sure Facebook's good and then we'll get started. Do feel free to interact in the chat. All right, looking good on Facebook. So we'll get rolling here in just a minute. Give folks a minute to pop in. I'll give you all a chance to say goodbye to my lovely Aubie, who I said would only be with us until Auburn lost. So, goodbye, Aubie. He's going to make his way off camera for the rest of the season, unless we get a big win or something. We'll pop that back out. What's up, EJ? Hey, Christian. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed in the Auburn Oklahoma game. I'm going to be honest. We'll wait till Derek gets in here, but felt it's a tough way to lose. With referees playing a pretty big part in the game. But alas, there was a lot we could have controlled that we didn't. But tough to see touchdowns go on the board that shouldn't be there. What's up, Damon? All right, enough of me whining. We got a 59 Topps baseball set break. We've got a really cool auto, rookie auto mixer. We've got a 1999 Fleer Force NBA hobby box. So some cool stuff to dig into. The refs did suck both ways, Derek. Yeah, they were very involved in the game. Very. Oh me. What are we gonna do? Alas, we are at 10 live viewers. That's enough for us to get started. I know folks will pop in. Hey, Greg. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. I had a fun little camping trip on Friday night with the fam here. So I was out of pocket actually by the time this thing went up for purchase, and did not have cell phone service where we were camping over in a state park near Middle Tennessee. Well, if you're in Middle Tennessee, you'd call it West Tennessee, but anyways, it's further east than we are. But yeah, I was happy to see the 59 break. It's a really nice set. I know the Gibson's a 1.5, but really great presentation, as you'll see as we go through some of these singles. If it's your first time breaking with me, every spot gets a card. 572 cards in this set. We sold 571, gave one away. Congrats to Michael Gurman on Facebook for winning the free spot in this one. Facebook did something to my account this week where they really boosted exposure, because I did a little claim sale on some 90s basketball stuff that came out of a big collection I just bought, and the post just went nuts. And then the giveaway went kind of nuts for this one, which is good for me. It just was interesting because we haven't been getting a lot of Facebook exposure for a while. And then the Twitter post went really high as well. We had well over 500 entrants in this giveaway. So do get in on the free spot giveaways. Some weeks there are like 200 people that enter. This week it was pushing 600. I think it was like 570 something. So yeah, every spot gets a card. We randomize our list of names, paste the randomized list next to the checklist. Whoever comes out in spot number 1 gets card number 1. Whoever comes out spot number 2 gets card number 2, and so on. We don't read through all 572 cards. We'll read through the biggest hits, show those live on the stream, and then I'll post a full list sorted by participant as soon as we're done. What's up, Steve? What's up, Paul? Good to see you guys in the chat too. I was getting this break all set up. I didn't even look at where the game is. Maybe that's why people are a little slow rolling in. 14 live viewers, but I'm sure we'll get things picked up here shortly. But this comes the time where I need your help deciding how many times we're going to randomize this list. It's a 59 set. Let's do betweener, including 5 and 9. Put a number in the chat. Third number in the chat is how many times we will randomize our 59 set. Fourth number in the chat is how many times we will randomize the mixer. And then the fifth number in the chat is how many times we'll randomize for the box break. What's up, Doug? Haven't seen you on the stream in a while, man. Good to see you. We got Steve Strauss, Mike O'Leary, EJ. Mike, hope the cats are doing well. All right, so that's a bunch of numbers rolling in. I may not be able to see those. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3. Derek's got us with 5 randoms on the 59. Paul's got us with 8 randoms on the auto mixer. And then EJ's got us with 7 randoms on the Fleer Force box. I keep wanting to say Focus, and that's not right. It's Force. Good stuff. So what we'll do is we'll get this list randomized according to what we all settled there. So 5 randoms for the 59. And then after that's randomized, I'll shift the view so we can see the cards just a little bigger. Okay, so here is 1 random. 572 items in our list is a good thing. Here's 2 randoms. Here's 3, 4, and 5. All right, we got Anthony Viglucci on top in spot number 1. Patrick Sturgeon is 572. All right. I'll shift this view. And I can move that over a hair. This over a hair. Probably still make it a little bigger. Perfect. Good stuff. Right. Get everything where I can see it here. Hey, what's up, Daniel J. Bledsoe? Good to see you in the chat. Okay, cool beans. Ford Frick, card number 1. Oh, hello. For Anthony. Mantl's up early. He's spot number 10 in the 59 break. SGC 4 on this Mantle. Little wet sheet transfer on the back. Card number 10 going to Aaron Hervey. Congrats, Aaron. Snagging the 59 Mantle for your collection. Danny's All-Stars. Murtaugh, Thomas Klazewski. It's a struggle tonight. Rich Anton. Mantle's really nice. I thought it had a shot at a 5, but set was totally ungraded when I bought it. It presents overall a lot better than the technical grade is on some of them, with really clean, bold colors that make some of these cards really pop. What's up, kid? Duke Snyder going to Kevin O'Malley. Nellie Fox, card number 30, going to Anthony Viglucci. There's old Nellie. Now, does memory serve? Let me go check. Yeah, Nellie Fox, American League MVP. White Sox falling short in the World Series to the Dodgers in 1959. And let's see, number 35, Tit Klazuski going to Chad Ponchak. Little Pirates legend there. Value on the Gibson, there's a lot of variation in low grade value. Somewhere between $350 $500 is probably kind of the range on a 1.5. Although this one, the color's really nice, even though it's off center. So in an auction setting, I'd expect for it to go around $350 $400 probably. But always tough to say. It's a high number. It's Hall of Fame rookie. Spawn went to James Hop. You can see Spawn here. Beautiful, clean card. Oh, nice, Fred. Willie Mays going to Andy Dinger. 3.5 on the Mays. Card number 50. But yeah, Fred, if you want any help figuring out what you think it would grade, feel free to shoot me some pictures. Be happy to give you my opinion. Jeremy Marquand going to Minnie Minoso going to Jeremy Marquand. We're not sending you anywhere, Jeremy. We are sending Minnie to you. Let's see, we got Stan the Man next. 150, so jumping up a little ways. On to Joey Plumley. Fun Koufax card. Nice portrait of him. 163. Going to David Mowat. I forgot to mention Spawn led the National League with 21 wins. Koufax didn't quite crack the leaderboard here. As far as I'm just looking at overall category leaders as I look through cards. Destruction Crew, fun multiplayer card going to Greg Ritzer. We got Minoso, Colavito, Dobie. Colavito, 42 home runs in 1959. Yogi Berra's card, 180. Going to Andrew Goldman. Roger Maris, SGC 5. Again, really clean card. Centering's the only issue, but nice bold colors. Crease free. going to Damon Schrauner. There you go, Damon. Saw you in the chat earlier. Congrats on the Maris. Speaking of cool multiplayer cards, Steve, we've got Fence Busters next. Front is really clean. One to Kevin Kelly. But it is an SGC 1. And that's because at some point it was on a page with some, looks like a little rolled up piece of tape would be my guess. Maybe double-sided tape if they were fancy. All right, we've got our win leader in all of baseball. 22 wins, early win, 260. So again, jumping up a good ways. Wins going to Aaron Hervey. Again, White Sox, fantastic season in 1959. Hitters foes goes to Gerard Scannell. Podrace, Levine, Drysdale. Gil Hodges next. He's 290, going to Derek Peaster. $295. Billy Martin going to Michael Mayville. With Richie Ashburn at card 300. Going to Anthony Viglucci. Anthony, third time we've said your name. Nice to rack up the stars. Junior Gilliams, 306, going to Yaron. Tell me about it, Steve. Oh. Derek was even there cheering on that madness. I'm sure he was shouting at the refs just as loud as I was. Luis Aparicio going to David Mowat. Yeah, I lamented the Auburn loss at the beginning of the broadcast. We said goodbye to Avi, my little Avi statue. He'll be off camera for a while. NL hitting Kings going to Michael Mayville. Ashburn and Mays. All right, we got a few more y'all tuned in, up to 20 now. Kim Boyers, 325, going to Mark Carlson. The Sparky Anderson rookie is gorgeous. SGC 6. I mean, absolutely clean card. Extremely minor corner wear. It's a little off center, but that's a beaut right there. Nice solid black. Good stuff. Sparky's 338. Going to Fred Mastretta. Yeah, I thought the SGC grade was a little harsh on that one. Wilhelm. Going to Yaron. Say, We got Banksy up next. Going to Andy Dinger. Now, Banks, I believe, was our NL MVP winner. 143 RBIs. Yep. MVP winner for Banks. Good stuff. Robin Roberts is 352, going to Damon Trauner. There's old Phillies legend. Oh, what did I do to my focus? There we go. Al Kaline up next. .360. Going to Yaron. Hank Aaron, 355 average to lead baseball in 1959. Card 380, SGC3. Also going to Damon. Nice Damon. Taking a few Hall of Famers off here. I mean, off the checklist. They're not making them mad. They're not mad at all. Little edge wear, but good image there on Hank. Con Drysdale going to Doug. Drysdale for your Dodgers, World Series champs. Cepeda, 390. Going to Fred Mastretta. Whitey Ford. Hey, what's up, Marty? Good to see you in the chat, man. Ford is 430. Going to Gerard. There's the Ford. Another card I'm pretty partial to. I really like the Frank Robinson. They slammed this one because of the black bleeding onto the edge, which, I mean, I don't even hate. But I gave it a 3. What are you going to do? 435. Went to Andrew Goldman. My favorite Frank Robinson cards. Maybe my favorite. I don't know. I've never ranked them. Brooks Robinson going to Kevin O'Malley. Yeah, the color scheme's just perfect. Brooksy for Kevin. Ed Matthews, 450. Going to Damon. Damon is just bringing it home. Another Brave, too. There's a lead. Larry Doby's next. Going to Greg Ritzer. All right, Baseball Thrills subset is always fun. We got Mantle hitting his 42nd homer for the Crown, which is card 461. Going to Kevin Kelly, 4.5 on this one. Another card with a great colors. You got the red, white, and blue banners in the background. We got catchers. We got umps with gigantic chest protector. I mean, we got the mick. What more could you ask for? All right, we've got K-Line becoming the youngest batting champ next. Going to Christian Wagner. Lots of people's favorite baseball thrills card is the Mays Catch, going to Matt Pottle. Reining it in over the shoulder. We've got Aaron clubbing a World Series homer for Brian Smith. Snyder's fun too. Going to Jeremy Marquand. Little leap at the wall. Hustler Banks winning the MVP. Going to Christian Wagner. With Musial snagging that 3,000th hit. Going to Patrick Sturgeon. Right. Another great card design is the Clemente. Everything just works together for it. Clemente going to Joey Plumley. SGC 2.5. Johnny Podres, 495, going to Douglas Meyer. There you go, Doug. And then we're into the high numbers. Norm Cash we'll look at first. In case you're unfamiliar with the back designs, all the other series have the green box around the card number with green text. But and it's kind of a gray back as far as the card stock goes. And then the high numbers, though, they're more of a cream card stock with black box around the card numbers and black text. It's very distinct if you need to find them quickly in a stack. Norm Cash, 509. Going to Kevin Kelly. Now, 59 high numbers don't carry the premium that some of your 60s years do, but a little tougher to find than your final series, like in 58 or 57. So, kind of an in-betweener as far as how tough are those high numbers. Yankees team checklist going to Kevin Casper. It is, Steve. It is. Right. Gibson is next. Talked about him earlier. Beautiful color. Another card where everything just kind of works with the pink for whatever reason. I love it. 514, Hall of Fame rookie, high number. Going to Sheldon Mowat. Congrats, Sheldon. Snagging that Gibson. Another tough high number is the Killebrew. Centering's pretty solid on this one with some mild corner wear. The Symbol of Courage we'll look at next before we look at some of the All-Star subset. So Campanella, of course, involved in a rough car accident. Can't be going to Andrew Goldman. Lots of hits through the All-Star section, of course. Cepeda going to Patrick Sturgeon. Nellie Fox going to Rich Anton. Ernie Banks going to Andrew Goldman. Aparicio, 560, going to Yaron. Aparicio, 56 stolen bases to lead the American League. Mays led the National League with just 27, so Aparicio more than doubled him up. Hank Aaron All-Star going to Kevin Kelly, 4.5 on Hank. K-Line going to Aaron Hervey. Willie Mays going to David Mowat. SGC 3 on the Mays All-Star. And the Mick going to Brian Smith, 2.5 on the Mick. Oh, looks like, oh no, here he is. I was like, wait a minute, surely I pulled Spawn. I did. Here he is going to Brent Page. Yeah, I really like the Sporting News All-Stars in the 59 set. Not quite my favorite ones, but real. I mean, it's up there. All right, let me shuffle a couple things around, then we'll dig into this auto break. Good fun. All right. It doesn't mean oh, one thing I didn't do is I didn't see our free spot as we popped through there. So let me go find that free spot. I always like to make sure we call them out so we can see. Yeah, so Michael Gurman, you got card 438, Sammy Esposito. Little Sammy. Fun note. My first word after mom and dad as a kid was Sammy. I was talking about ice cream sandwiches, which I'm still pretty partial to. All right. Now, Jeff Tomlin said essentially he didn't care which cards he got because he bought a ton of these jokers, guys. So we're going to say Jeff's name is a lot, but everybody bought a spots in here, 50 cards. Just some epic, rookie autos all throughout. It's a really sweet break. In even the lowest tier cards, belong in somebody's collection. All right, we'll get a new window open. We'll randomize this list. We decided earlier. We're randomizing this mixer 8 times. So 8 randoms coming your way. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now again, I won't show every single card But what I will do is we'll read every single card. So even though I won't show them all, there's a video on Facebook and Twitter showing you all the cards if you want to go see them all. All right, let me get this window shifted so we can see the cards a little bigger. Jim Cott. Going to Jeff Tomlin. All right, here, I need to do something different here. Let me, that's not big enough to read. So I just hid the years. Now, maybe I don't want to hide the years. Maybe I'll just see if I can just make these a little narrower. Okay, yeah, that's workable. Cool. So Jim Cott, 1960 auto. All these autos are certified by Beckett. Tony Perez, another cool one. Also going to Jeff. Nice bold marker signature on the Perez. Fisk. Same deal. Going to Jeff. 10 on that auto as well. Goose Gossage. Going to Kevin Casper. Beautiful signature that Goose always has. Love it. I love when players care about their autographs. Winfield going to Jeff. Yount. Also going to Jeff. Johnny Bench. Right there behind him, going to Jeff. A couple of Dawsons going to Jeff as well. Then we got our first Ricky. Ricky going to John Lapertosa. Now I've got a bunch of Rickies, so I need to label these as I go here, just so I don't get them mixed up. Then we got Jack Morris going to Jeffrey Tomlin. Whitaker going to Josh Bailey. Murphy going to Marty. Let's take a look at the Murphy. Always partial to Murph. Doesn't quite get the love, but nice clean signature there on the 4-player card. Right. We got Eddie Murray up next. This Murray is going to Jeffrey Tomlin. Hey, Andy. Yeah, we ran the 59 first. We're doing the auto mixer now. Then we're going to pop into the basketball box next. There's that Murray. Means Yaz is next. Yaz rookie for Jeff as well. Another Eddie Murray. This one's for Ryan Mays. And Molitor Trammell. Dual auto. This one's for Jeff. We got triple Aussies. So first Aussie, signature at the top's going to Jeff. Signature at the top on this one too. Nice, clean Wizard Sig going to John Lapertosa. And this auto starts just a little further left for Jeff as well. Right, we got the top's Harold Baines going to Jeffrey Tomlin. The top's traded Tim Raines going to Jeff. The Donruss Tim Raines going to Jeff, as well as the regular top's Tim Raines going to Jeff. Right, then we got another Ricky going to Jeff. The Mattingleys both go to Jeff as well. We got the tops and the Donruss. Okay, then we've got a couple of Clemens. Donruss going to Andrew Perez and Joe Driver. Got another Yaz up next. This one's going to Jeff. Then we got Andrew Perez snagging the tops Clemens and Jeff Tomlin snagging the Fleer Clemens. We got 4 McGuires. Guess we'll take, got those here, so we'll take a look at them. So one on top here is for Chad. Nice clean card. Shifted a little south. Then 3 more McGuires for Jeff. Old Team USA. Canseco. Went to Rich Anton. Let's say we You got the Reggie Jack. Oh, sorry. You got Will Clark going to John Lapertosa. The 87 Donruss Maddox going to Jeffrey Tomlin. Then we got this Reggie. Beautiful card going to Andrew Perez. Nice little Reggie auto. Maddox galore here. Take a look at a couple of them at least. We got the traded. These are all going to Jeff. And then we got the update glossy version. Also going to Jeff. Another Ricky auto going to Jeff. We got Glavin on the tops going to Jeff. Alomar going to Rich Anton. Edgar Martinez going to Jeff. Tom Glavin going to Jeff. And then wrapping it up with my Auburn boy, Frank Thomas, going to Jeff. All right. So that's those. So let me shuffle things around again. We'll get set up here for the box break. Okay. Just back the camera up a little. We'll need to do a little shuffling of the screen. Right. Now, if you've never done one of these box breaks before, that with me, every spot gets all the contents of a pack. So first pack is top left, bottom pack, or last pack is bottom right. We'll work our way all the way through a column before we move to the next column. And so we randomize our list of names to decide who gets which pack. And then we'll open them. All right, so we decided earlier we are randomizing this list 7 times for the Fleer Force. Find the right window. Right, so 7 randoms coming your way. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so we got Patrick on top, Robert Lemansky on bottom. Let's pack 24. All right, we're going to shift the view back. Let me start the little recording here. All right, so we've got a 1999 Fleer Force hobby box, 24 packs. We're looking for, autographed Vince Carter cards. We're looking for serial numbered inserts, attack force inserts like 1 in every 6 packs, force field variation of that's 1 a box. Mission accomplished, 1 in 12 packs. Force field of that is 1 in 48. Special forces, same, 1 in 12 or 1 in 48 for the variation. You got invasion, forceful, Air Force One. Cool stuff. And we've got 24 packs. Everybody who bought a spot gets a pack. And we'll open all those live on the live stream. So, Patrick Sturgeon gets pack number 1, and we do work our way all the way through the column before we move to the next one. So, left to right, all the way down the column. Does not want to stand up. That's okay. You don't have to. All right. Here you go, Patrick. First pack. We've got Ewing, Matumbo, Grant, Doliak, and Jason Kidd. Key rookies in 1999 are going to be like Ron Artest, Corey Maggette, Steve Francis. Those guys. Pack 2, next pack. Taylor Napier. Chauncey Billups. Rick Smits. Here is Ron Mercer, Operation Invasion. So that is 1 per box. Fun looking insert. Rest of the pack, Big Country, and Rick Fox. Next pack. Pack 3, Ben Rogers. Cherokee Parks. Jamal Mashburn. We've got Force Attack Insert. Stephon Marbury. Little Kobe base. And Danielle Marshall. Not a bad pack. Those attack force, those are the ones that fall 1 in every 6 packs. So we should see a few more of those. Next pack, Andrew Goldman, pack 4. Little checklist. LaFonso Ellis, Toby Bailey, Sergeant Carter, Feel the Force, player worn fatigues. That's a weird card. I love it so much. Player worn fatigues. These fall one in every 300 packs. So that's a pretty solid hit as far as distribution goes. Congrats on that one, Andrew. There's an autographed version of that that's serial numbered to 300, which is the big chase. Next pack, pack 5, John Lapertosa. Chris Mullen. John A. I don't know how to say his name. Sean Elliott. Sean Kemp. Pack of Sean's. Del Curry. Oh yeah, absolutely, Ben. Yeah, solid, fun pack. Next up, next pack, Kevin Casper, pack 6. Isaiah Ryder. Glenn Robinson. Got the mission accomplished insert. Those are 1 in every 12. Jason Kidd. Maurice Taylor. Avery Johnson. Pack 7, next pack. This is for Josh Merchant. Jalen McCoy. AC Green, little stickage on that one. Special Forces, Patrick Ewing. Special Forces, 1 in every 12 as well. Lamont Murray and Tyrone Nesby. Next pack is pack 8 for Andrew Goldman. Go ahead and scroll down so you can see who's coming up next. What we got for you, Andrew? We got Charles Oakley. A little stickage on that one too. Theo Ratliff. Other Special Forces. This one is Scottie Pippen. The Trailblazers at this point. Robert Traylor. Bob Sura. Next pack, pack 9, Joe Driver. Well, Eldon Campbell, Lawrence Funderburk, here we've got Lazaro Burrell. This is the force field parallel. Jason Williams and Doug Christie. Next pack, pack 10 for Robert Lemansky. Tim Hardaway, Ricky Davis, Mario Ellie, Clarence Weatherspoon, Chris Webber. Next pack, pack 11, Greg Ritzer. Got the checklist. Got Steve Smith, Ray Allen, and we got another attack force. This one is Antonio McDyess, Sean Elliott, and John Stockton. Okay, pack 12, the halfway mark. So next pack is for Fred Mistretta. Kevin Garnett, Alonzo Mourning, Bobby Jackson, Latrell Sprewell, Carlos Williamson. Right, that means second half, Tony Kuda is spot 13. Next pack is for Tony. Eldon Campbell, Funderburk, Chris Webber on the force field parallel, Doliak, and Chris Webber. Next pack is pack 14 for Greg Ritzer. Steve Smith, Ray Allen, Tim Thomas, Sean Kemp, and Jamie Fike. Next pack, pack 15 for Andrew Goldman. So Andrew's got 2 packs in a row. All right, we got Mike Bibby on top. Kelvin Cato. Another attack force. This one is Lamar Odom with Eric Strickland and Jason Kidd. Right. Next pack, Andrew Goldman. Michael Finley. Tony Kukoc. Got a Air Force 1-5 of Vince Carter. Embossing. That's a cool looking card. So those are 1 per box. With Kobe and Rick Fox. I like that card a lot. Nice card for you, Andrew. All right. Next pack is pack 17. This one is for Derek. Okay. Ewing, Matumbo, Special Forces, Eddie Jones. It's the 3rd Special Forces. Those, in theory, are 2 per box. Oh, but this is the force field variation. You can see there, it says force field. So those fall 1 in every other box. So, well, Eddie Jones, force field. Jalen Rose and Shannon Anderson. Right, Patrick Sturgeon gets the next pack. Pack 18. Chauncey Billups, Rick Smits, Kendall Gill, Bobby Jackson, Rodney Rogers. Okay, that means pack 19 is up next. The next pack for Mark Carlson. We got Cherokee Parks, Jamal Mashburn, Chris Mills, Sean Bradley, and Antonio Davis. Then we've got Marty Wispinski with spot 20. So next pack for Marty. LaFonso Ellis. Toby Bailey. Oh, that's a sweet card. Little Kobe, Operation Invasion. And those Operation Invasions fall, on average, one in every box, but that Kobe's the second one in this box. Chris Childs and AI. Okay, just 4 packs to go. Pack 21. Next pack for John Lapertosa. Chris Mullen. John A. Another attack force. This one is Sharif Abdur Rahim. Allen Houston. And Clarence Weatherspoon. Next pack is pack 22 for Joe Driver. Isaiah Ryder. Glenn Robinson. Derek Anderson. Michael Curry. And Greg Ostertag. Right, next pack, pack 23 for Tony Kuda. Chalani McCoy. AC Green. This one's top one was a little more stuck than usual there. We got Chris Webber on the Mission Accomplished. Mario Ellie. Vlade Divac. Right, last pack. So next pack for Robert Lemansky. Pack 24. See if we can get any last pack magic out of what's been a relatively good box. Oakley, Special Forces, Keith Van Horn. Or if that means one of those other Special Forces was a force field as well. That's our 4th Special Forces in this box. One was a force field for sure, the Eddie Jones. We got the Big Country. We got Lindsey Hunter. But the Van Horn here is not the force field variation. But not a bad way to end the box. And that does it for the broadcast tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Get these sorted and shipped out over the next couple of days. Look for 62 Topps set break coming up this Friday. See if I can put together something else cool to go with it. But we'll talk soon. This is Burl.